There are some stories that don't start with hope, they start with survival, with fear, with hiding, with pretending to be something you're not just to stay alive one more day. And Powerless, this book feels like that. It feels like holding your breath for an entire story, waiting for a moment everything falls apart. Because in this world, being ordinary is the most dangerous thing you can be. So imagine a kingdom where power decides your worth, not money, not kindness, not intelligence, just power. Everyone here is born with an ability, something extraordinary strength, speed, control, something that makes them elite. And if you're born without it, you're considered a mistake. They call them the ordinaries. And they don't get second chances, they get hunted. It's not even questioned. No one stops to ask if it's right or wrong. It's just the way things are, and that's what makes it terrifying. Now meet Peyton Gray. She is ordinary, which means by every rule in this world, she shouldn't exist, but she does. And the only reason she's still alive is because she lies. Every single day. She pretends to have powers, she studies how other acts, she blends in so perfectly that no one ever looks twice. Because if they do, if anyone even suspects the truth, she's dead. And what I love about her is that she's not fearless. She's constantly scared, but she survives anyway. And that kind of strength, it hits differently. Everything changes because of one moment, one decision. She saves someone. Not just anyone, she saves Kai Azar. Kai is the prince, but more than that, he is the enforcer, the one trained to hunt ordinaries, the one who would kill someone like her without hesitation if he knew the truth. And somehow she saves him. He doesn't know who she really is, but from the moment on, she on his radar. And this is where the story starts to shift. Because now you have a girl who's hiding the one thing that could get her killed, and a prince whose entire life is built on destroying people like her. And they keep meeting. Their conversations aren't loud or dramatic, they are quiet, careful, filled with things left unsaid. There's tension, but not just romantic tension, it's the kind that makes you anxious because you know something is going to go wrong. Then comes the purging trials, and this is where everything gets intense. It's competition, brutal, deadly, designed to showcase the strongest elites in the kingdom. And Peyton, she's forced into it. And ordinary, in a competition full of people with powers. It's not even unfair, it's impossible. Every challenge, every fight, she is at a disadvantage. She can't rely on strength, she can't rely on abilities. All she has is her mind, her instincts, and the constant fear that one slip, one mistake will expose her. And watching her go through this is stressful in the best way because you're rooting for her, but you also know this world doesn't let people like her win. Meanwhile, Kai is watching, always watching. At first, it's curiosity, then it becomes something else, something softer, something dangerous. Because Peyton is different. She doesn't act like the others. She doesn't crave power the same way. She doesn't fit, and that's exactly what draws him in. Their moments together, they feel stolen, like they shouldn't be happening. There's an eye contact that lasts too long, conversation that mean more than they should, and this quiet understanding that neither of them fully admits. And Kai, he starts changing, slowly, subtly, because the closer he gets to her, the harder it becomes to see the world in black and white. What if everything he was taught is wrong? What if the people he meant to destroy don't actually deserve it? And what if the girl he's starting to care about is one of them? As the trials continue, the pressure builds. People are eliminated, the challenge gets harder, the stakes get higher, and Peyton's secret, it gets harder to hide. Because the more she survives, the more attention she gets, and attention is the last thing she needs. This is where the book really hits, because it's not just about survival anymore, it's about identity, about pretending for so long that you forget what it feels like to be yourself. Perrin isn't just fighting to stay alive, she is fighting to exist in a world that refused to accept her. And the romance, it deepens. But it's not safe, it's not easy, it's heavy. Because every moment they get closer, you're reminded of one thing. If Kai finds out the truth, he won't have a choice. He'll have to choose between his duty and her. And if you feel it coming, that moment when everything unravels, the secrets, the lies, the truth she's been hiding from the very beginning, it's like the entire story is holding its breath, waiting for impact. And when it finally hits, it doesn't feel explosive. It like this was always going to happen. Like there was never a version of this story where everything turned out okay. And that's what stayed with me. Not just the plot, not just the romance, but the feeling that sometimes surviving isn't enough. Powerless is one of those books that doesn't scream, it doesn't try too hard, it just quietly pulls you in and leaves you there with emotion you don't fully know what to do with. If you love stories where the romance feels forbidden, the stakes feel high, and the character feels human, this is going to stay with you. And honestly, I'm still not over it.